Welcome back everyone to my channel Taj Edu Edge online classes. In this series of statistics for business decision, this is the second video of your unit 1 introduction to statistics. In my previous video, I have covered the syllabus of the statistics subjects for you. Later, the meaning of the statistics with a proper explanation of a simple example. Next, the statistics in plural and singular senses. And now in this video, we need to understand the characteristics of statistics. Though it is not mentioned in your syllabus, it's important that you understand what are the characteristics and the features that the statistics hold. So now let's understand one by one properly. The characteristics of a statistics. First one is that statistics are numerical facts. Here they are saying that statistics deals with the numbers, not with the words. It is something number related, right? Because it is number related, that's why you have studied statistics in your mathematics, not in business studies or economics. Yeah, economics also we use statistics, but I'm just saying you statistics is everything about numbers, not words. So for example, marks in a test, like 45, one student has scored 45, other has scored 67, another has scored 89. This is an example that statistics is a numerical facts. The second one, statistics are collected for a purpose. You simply don't have some numerical. If I say I have scored 50 marks in MABD, that is just a number. But if I say I have scored 50 marks in MABD, 40 marks in statistics, 30 in business studies, like that, it becomes a statistics. And why I am saying all this? Because it may be I want to know what is my percentage. So here there is a purpose, there is an objective why I am collecting the information. So data is collected to solve a specific problem or to find an answer to some specific question. So statistics are collected for a purpose. So example here, teacher collects marks to see the performance of students in that particular class, right? So that is an example. Next, third one, statistics are collected in a systematic manner. That's why in the first video I said that statistics is a science, because the information is collected in a systematic manner, step by step, and you cannot miss any step here, and you should be doing it with a proper discipline, procedure. That's why statistics are collected in a systematic manner. The explanation of that, data must be collected in an organized and planned way. For example, asking every student's marks, not randomly picking someone. If there are 100 students sitting in the classroom, if I randomly pick one or two and ask them how is your performance, and they say yes ma'am, I have performed well, it doesn't mean that all the students in the classroom has performed well, right? So it should be collected in an organized and a planned way. I need to collect information of all the students one by one properly. Next, statistics are comparable in nature. We can compare the data using some tools like averages, percentage, etc. For example, comparing average marks of two sections, like they assume that there are two sections, section A, section B. Now we can see which section has performed well, right? Which section students has performed well. That is, statistics are comparable in nature. The fifth one, statistics are affected by many factors. Here it means that the data which we collect is influenced by various reasons or the condition, the situations in the surrounding. For example, students' marks can vary due to study time, health of the students, interest in the study, something like the class attendance of that particular student, something like that, right? Next, statistics helps in decision making. After analyzing the data, we can take better decision, right? So statistics helps us in better decisions. The example, let's say principal uses the attendance data to reward the regular students, right? Or your class teacher asks you who has scored good marks in a particular subject, to reward which student has scored good marks in that particular subject, right? Next, last one, statistics deals with the group, not individuals. Like I already said, if I take a data of one particular student in one single subject and say that the whole class has performed well or the whole class has not performed well, then it doesn't make any sense. So statistics deals with groups here, not with the individuals. Statistics focuses on a group of data, not the data of a one particular person in a one matter. So example, you can't calculate an average with just one mark, correct? If I say I have scored 30 marks in MABD subject with just one subject and one mark, one subject and one individual person, there is no comparison, there is no calculation, it is just a number, it is not a statistics. So here statistics are numerical facts, statistics are collected for a purpose, statistics are collected in a systematic manner, statistics are comparable in nature, statistics are affected by many factors, statistics helps in decision making, statistics deals with groups, not individuals. So these are the characteristics of statistics. In the examination, if they ask you this question, you don't need to prepare a chart like this. You just have to write one characteristics. After that, give a simple explanation of that, write the example one by one by one. I have given here 7 characteristics. For 5 marks question, if they ask you, you have to write minimum of 5 points. Okay, when you are writing in the examination in degree, writing just key points will not get you the marks. So to write well and score well, first for example, if they ask you for 5 marks, explain the characteristics of a statistics, how should you answer? First, you have to write the meaning of the statistics. Later, characteristics of statistic, at least 5 points. Like all this point you have to write the explanation of that. You can write the example if you remember it. If you don't remember it, it's fine. Write the characteristics, write the example, write the explanation. Characteristics, explanation, characteristics, explanation. Like that, at least 5 characteristics with explanation must be written to score 5 out of 5. Okay, and also 1 or 2 lines you can write the conclusion, so that the evaluator can get a confidence that you have studied it perfectly and you have sufficient knowledge about the subject. Okay, so this is about the characteristics of the statistics. In the next video, I will be covering the remaining topics of this unit.